Business grants, business loans, grants to start new businesses. The $1,400 third stimulus package has a lot of items in there to start a business, for existing businesses, grants and loans. Plus, there is existing business grants and existing business loans you can get as well. And those are already on the book under the second stimulus, whether it's EIDL, whether it's EIDL grant, EIDL loan, PPP, the Innovation Biden Business Grant, the restaurant grant, or the close venue grant. There's a lot of grants and a lot of loans to cover. And this is the debut of Business Lunch here on the noontime hour of LA Late. Thank you for joining me, and let's get to the details right away.
Headquarters in Santa Monica. This is the Midday Report on LA Late.
And how are you? What a day it is. There's a lot of business grants out there, a lot of business loans. I want to go over all of them. This is our debut of our business show. It's the Business Lunch Show at the noontime hour. Appropriate title? Yeah, I think so. I'm back with you at the top of the hour with a big update about your $1,400 third stimulus check. And then at the bottom of the hour, the tail end of noontime, is the new SSI show, a big hit show as well. All right, so let's get right to it. The EIDL grants from 2020 are being paid out. This is how they're being paid out. They are sending out, SBA is sending out an SBA.gov email to you to ask you if you want to remain your $10,000 EIDL grant first to businesses that are located in low-income-based communities, and also to others that are not based in low-income-based communities. A couple things to think about that situation. First, EIDL grant, it's not dependent upon getting the loan. EIDL grant don't need to have a credit score. EIDL grant don't need to be collateralized. EIDL grant is just a grant. You may have got $1,000 per employee, or you may not have gotten any of it, but you got the application on file in 2020. So you know you're sort of in the queue to get it. So what's going on? I got to tell you, I got to viewers $25 million in EIDL loans. Thank you, Tammy, for the super chat. I need any help. I don't know how to find things. The volunteers in the community page can help you find stuff if you're having problems. The EIDL help that I did for viewers, got them $25 million in 2020. But I got to tell you, there is literally no way to even figure out what's going on with these EIDL grants. I'm going to explain to you how absolutely confusing the situation is right now. And I don't want to dwell too much on it because the bottom line is there's no answer to it. The EIDL grants are supposed to be paid first to these low-income-based community businesses. Some have got to that email. Some are in that community and still have not got to the email. Some who are not in that community have got to the email. And some who are not in the community have not got to the email. What's going on? No way to know. You calling up SBA, talking to Tier 2, saying, where is your email? You can try that. I mean, I'm the advocate for calling Tier 2 and hustling. But I got to tell you, I don't think they're going to help you. There could probably be a whole show about this. This is sort of a show about business, about one part of EIDL, but I just sense a big mess. The next part of the mess is that the second stimulus package included in there 2 EIDL grants. Again, 2021, this year, applicants for low-income-based communities and agricultural grants. They haven't even gone live. It was passed in December. Not particularly clear what's going on. So among those 2 items, I'm just saying back and say, it's a mess. So don't be looking for it to work. Maybe it works, but it's a mess, and I don't see how to navigate through that mess at the moment. Rather, I'm going to show you stuff that is working. We focus on money you can get, not money that's sort of in wacko land at the moment. The money you can get, first off, right away, is PPP. You can get a PPP, which became law under the second stimulus package. The PPP, you want to reach out to the financial online banks. You could also reach out to your major banks. The PPP stands for Paycheck Protection Program. The great thing about it is that when you're filing for it, you're filing with the bank. You're not filing with SBA. So they will tell you, George, I'm missing page 2. George, I need this document. George, I need that document. It's great because they guide you through the process. And then any question you have about it, they answer for you. It starts as a loan, turns into a grant or a forgivable loan. How it works, they explain it to you. They explain all that for you. Don't need a credit score. Don't need a collateralization. There's no credit check. It's that simple. So if you're a person who sees big credit score problems in your horizon, this is your instrument. Now, if you have a 570 or higher Experian Vantage 3.0, I'll say that again slower, 570 Experian Vantage 3.0 credit score higher, only Experian and only Vantage 3.0, you can get an EIDL loan by going to SBA.gov today, filling it out, and applying. And that loan could be funded in 24, 48 hours. It's very straightforward. The money is available for you. If you don't want it after 11 months, you can return it for free. No early repayment, no principal, no interest. It's how much can you get? It's line 1 of your Schedule C minus line 2 divided by 2. Line 1 is your gross revenue, $10,000, for example. Line 2 is your cost of goods sold, maybe 0. Divided by 2, $5,000, right there. Done. Very simple. What do you need to do? You need to go on some of the free sites to check your Experian Vantage 3.0 score before applying. And then you need to make sure you have a Schedule C and get it done. If you don't have a Schedule C or you didn't do your tax returns right, correct it. Go to irs.gov and they'll explain what a Schedule C is and how it works. All right, that's the second stimulus. Now, Biden's stimulus, third stimulus. There's a lot of business assistance in Biden's stimulus, third stimulus package. And I'm going to go over that right now. There's Roy in the room, and there is Gail, and there's Slap, and there is Bonnie, and there's Toya, King Reno, and there's Alma. Yes, we got it. There's Gail again. And there's Bonnie, and there's John Thompson, and there's Abby. Charles, how are you? Good afternoon, everyone. Well, good afternoon, Charles Sullivan. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. Also like this video. Come on, you gotta subscribe. We're having a lot of fun, a lot of information, great community. It's just a lot of fun now. It's so informative, so interactive. Programming for 6 hours a day, all live, and then we got some extra shows they're taped add-ons. So under third stimulus, you got a couple of business grants, and this is all from your president. First, you got a new EIDL grant. That's if you have 10 employees or less. First requirement. Second requirement, a 50% reduction in your income in 2020. You got both of those? Go get it. $5,000. Now, it's not law yet. It's not law yet. Hey, Philip, how are you? There's Maggie. Hey, Charlotte, how are you? There's Rhonda. Good morning. And there's Liza. Hello, everyone. How are you, Liza? There's Gail. Hey, Crayola. That EIDL will pay out in about 10 to 15 days. It'll pay out really fast because the Biden bill says it has to. $5,000 again, exactly $5,000. Then that's the first one. Second one is another round of PPP. But why would you wait for it? You can get a PPP right now. Then there is a business innovation grant. But where? Where? Anyone see it? Is it hiding behind the surfboard? I don't know. We have the bill. If you're a member of this channel, you have the bill. If you're not become a member, click the link in the description. Go to the top of the chat. Come on, hit that like button. Also, hit that like button in this video. If you're a member, you have the bill, a section for the businesses. We have not seen that innovation section, so we got to go look again. There's also a navigator plan. The Navigator comes from. It's not a car. It's not a SUV. It's a Biden has a plan to help you find other business grants, which is sort of good. I mean, isn't that what the government's supposed to do? But it makes sense. And then there's up to $5 million for venues that have been closed because of the pandemic and more. There's $5 million for restaurants. Hey, Gail, how are you? Hey, Dominia, how are you? There's Almond, there's Eddie, and there's Liza, and there's Slap. There is the closed venue and the restaurant, up to $5 million per restaurant. So suddenly you see there's a lot of business grants and loans here. People always ask me, where are you going? I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm making sure you get all this money. I'm here to the very last end and last minute to make sure you get this money, and then I'm still not leaving. So, wow, we're at the top of the hour. It's 12 o'clock. You know what that means? You know what 12 o'clock means? It's the top of the noontime show at LA because it's called Noontime. That's how it works. It's Larry Kudlow Math. The 12 o'clock show is at 12 o'clock, not at 4 o'clock. So we're at the top of the hour, and I'm back with a big 30-minute show that'll go over everything that happened with your $14 stimulus check overnight. And then I'm back at the bottom of the hour with the SSI and SSDI show. And then we go into Afternoons Highlight, 2 hours more of shows. Stay with me. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also like this video. Thank you for pushing and asking for questions about business grants. And stay with me. I will be back with you in just 3 minutes from now with the continuation of, at the top of the hour, of Afternoons Highlight.
From LA Late News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is the Midday Report on LA Late.